We got a red light. That means we are live. Hello, everybody. Chef Eric Eisenbud here, the Grateful Chef. After I would say, 2-week little break, we were in Florida, and then I got the stomach bug that's been going around. It's not fun, and still not 100%, but enough percent to bring you another great episode of Cooking in the Grateful Chef Kitchen with me, Eric Eisenbud, and I'm so glad you guys joined us. I have missed you. We have had our wheels spinning. We got a couple things in the hopper, including one thing I want to tell you about next week. We have this great place in New Jersey. It's called Fossil Farms. These guys have been procuring, raising wild game meats forever. I lived in New Jersey all my life. They've been doing it forever. Over the years, they've stepped up their game. They have an amazing facility in Boonton, New Jersey, bringing all sorts of sustainable meats, game meats. They're doing dinners where you can swing in and pick up pre-made foods. They're dry aging beef. They're doing chef dinners there. Really amazing place. My buddy Lance has been wonderful, and he's a great guy, and their customer service is amazing. They ship nationwide. You can go on to fossilfarms.com and check them out. But we're going to be doing some bison fajitas next week. We're going to do bison fajitas. I have 2 beautiful bison skirt steaks from them, and a couple other things that I got from them that I'm trying out, but really amazing. They were gracious enough to kind of sponsor our show a little bit next week, so I'm really happy about that. And you'll certainly want to tune in. They've got artisanal sausages, they got jerkies, they got domestic Wagyu beef, kangaroo, all sorts of charcuterie, poultry, ostrich, emu, elk. Awesome stuff, really awesome stuff. This is definitely a company that I stand behind, and their product that I stand behind. Really awesome. We're going to get them up on eatingwithcheferic.com in my favorite ingredients and tools section, so look out for that. Really excited.
So as you're transitioning...
Yes, Lynn, who is not supposed to be here.
But I showed up.
But she showed up just in the nick of time.
Just because I wanted to hang out with you.
That's right. Yeah.
So Sophie's with us tonight.
Hello, Sophie.
Hi, Dad.
So, yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about tonight's meal. It was inspired by my daughter, Sophie, who is knocking it out of the park in Seattle. And she made these Thai lettuce wraps, not these particular ones. She made Thai lettuce wraps and sent me some pictures, and, bells and lights went off, and I said, that's what I'm doing. So thank you, Sophie. I love you. Have a great meeting this evening with our friend Tom. And yes, Lynn, you have others saying
We have others. We have Sabrina and Mark here in our kitchen with us.
Hello, Sabrina and Mark.
Hello.
Hi. We got Sabrina and Mark.
They're eating. They are eating
snacks.
these amazing cheese. If you saw my post on that wheel of blue cheese that I marinated under vacuum in a vacuum seal bag with Riesling for 4 months, it is phenomenal. In fact, my friend Lance at Fossil Farms let me use his Vac Master to vacuum seal it, and I bought him a hunk of cheese, and him and the chef and everyone, we sat around, we ate it, and yeah, mind blowing.
It's heavenly.
It is outstanding. So we're
Yeah.
gonna be doing a little more experimentation in the kitchen, because that's what we do. Never, let the cobwebs grow on your shoes,
Yes.
as we say. Yes,
We
Lynn.
have Lynn Judge and Jay Judge.
Hey, New
And
Mexicans.
And Tom Delia.
Delia.
All right.
She'll get it right one of these weeks, Tom. Love you, brother. Love you, man.
I'm guessing I've gotten it wrong many times before.
And who else?
I'm switching pages.
Okay, she's switching pages. So let's go over today. All right, so Thai lettuce wraps. You can go to many chain restaurants and get Thai lettuce wraps. You can find hundreds of easy Thai lettuce wraps, on the internet. This is not one of those. Yes, it is very easy, but I, the Grateful Chef, want to bring to you more authenticity in food and show you that, with the right ingredients that are, if they're not available in a store near you, they are certainly available online. You too can create great Asian cuisine, including Thai food. I have Mike Trainer, who may or may not be with us right now. He is the former owner of Bon Palais, is my favorite Thai restaurant that he is in between gigs right now, looking to do a new thing. He has been my mentor as far as Thai cuisine goes, and hopefully we're going to get him in here and we'll do something really special, like the full-blown Thai meal. So, Thai lettuce wraps. Yes, Lynn?
I was just going to say some other people that are here with us.
Okay.
So,
Who, pray tell, has
we have
chosen to spend time with the Grateful Chef?
more lovely people that I'm going to butcher their names.
Okay.
So we've got Corinne Sonnenberg.
Karen.
Okay.
Hi, Karen. Go ahead. She's tired.
I'm very tired, so please forgive me. We've got Neelish. I'm not saying.
Nilesh Ramatan.
I'm not saying his last name. Michael Gossell.
Mike, thank you coming back, my buddy.
James Bratek. He says, "Hey from
James
Verona."
Braddock. Yep.
Braddock. Hello from Verona, aka Amazing Hot Dog Land.
That's right. Known him a long time.
Back to you.
All right. Anyway, so here we go. Thai lettuce wrap. So we're doing an authentic Thai lettuce wrap. Now, Chinese food gets Americanized, and Thai food gets Americanized, except for the Bon Palais. That is authentic, like in, Palay's village in Thailand, okay? So I am told by Mike, my mentor, that Thai folks don't really eat lettuce. So the fact that we're doing this and putting it in a lettuce cup, that's the Americanized part. What I think would typically happen is they will make something like this and be more inclined to wrap it in a banana leaf and then steam it, something to that effect. But I don't have the banana leaves. I could have gotten them, but I figure we'll do something easy. This was supposed to be dinner for one. It is now dinner for four. So it's awesome. More the merrier. So Thai lettuce wraps. We're also doing I'll call it a bastardized version of a Thai dish called Nam Tok. T-O-K, Nam Tok salad. It is typically a grilled beef salad. So it's grilled beef. It's got some herbs and stuff like that. So we're not doing the beef tonight. We're just doing the salad part because it's the dressing, So a lot of Thai cuisine, all of Thai cuisine is about balance. You've got sweet, you've got salty, you've got savory, you've got sour. It's all about the balance. So we're going to make the dressing, and that dressing is you're tossing the ball from one hand to the other to adjust it till you get it just right. And so that's what this dressing is, and it's made with some Thai ingredients that we'll talk about. So, and the salad part is herbs. It is a ton of mint, a ton of cilantro, and then I have Asian markets here, and I was able to get some other herbs. I even went to a Mexican market to get a particular herb, and we're going to talk about that when we get to the salad. So some of our other ingredients, chicken, of course, and what I did for this, because I don't really like the breast meat, I like dark meat better, so I actually went to my butcher and I had him grind for me boneless, skinless chicken thighs. So we're using that in this dish. Garlic, onion, fish sauce, key ingredient. Let me reach over here and get it. And folks, if you got it in your area, that's the brand to buy, Squid. This is the one. Highest quality, really delicious and balanced in and of itself.
Keep it there for a second.
All right, so we're doing fish sauce. We've got fresh lime juice. We've got a product called black soy. And this is again, Thai product. Now I have a Chinese version of this that I'll use in Chinese cooking, but I'm doing Thai, so I also have the Thai version. It is a very thick, hopefully you can see how thick it is. And it is a sweet Thai.
We are zoomed in.
It is an amazing amazing flavor that really speaks to the American palate, but it is 100% Thai authentic, and it's really, really great. Makes great dipping sauce and stuff. So that's the black soy. We've got cilantro. We've got sweet chili sauce. This is really readily available. Again, I've got a Thai product here because I want to keep it, in the country at least. So we've got that. We've got Num Prik Pao, another amazing ingredient that Mike introduced me to. This is also available in Asian markets. It is chili paste in soybean oil, but it also has shallots and garlic and dried chilies, tamarind juice. It's got fish sauce in it, some salt, some dried shrimp. So it is. This is a really amazing product, and at Macery, that is the brand to buy. There's 100 of them in the market. Buy this one. You won't be disappointed. They sell this stuff at H Mart if you got a Korean H Mart near you. Shallots, another thing I want to talk about. Shallots you can buy in any supermarket, but if you go to the Asian market, you can buy Asian shallots. These are much smaller, and the flavor is more refined, and they're really delicious. If you like shallots, you're going to love the Asian shallots. And what I do is, as I'm picking through, I am looking for a few of them, and I have one over here on the windowsill that I'm going to get. I go pick through a couple of them, and I look for ones that have the sprout. And I'll tell you why. In Thai cooking, in Thailand, in Bon Palais, not a thing goes to waste when you're using ingredients. So if you get a couple with the sprout, and this one has a little one too, I'll put it on the windowsill. And I want to grow that sprout. So if you ever use scallions in something, use the sprout from the shallot. It'll blow your mind. It is such a different flavor. It's really more balanced and refined, and you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna grow these on the windowsill in the sun and let them sprout, and we're getting another product out of them, and it's an awesome thing. And I'm sure I could plant them in a garden. Anyway, moving right along, we got the shallots. We've got some sesame seeds. We've got some cashews, and I bought raw cashews and I toasted them in the oven, made them nice and roasted, and then we've got the herbs. So let's start cooking, because that's what we're here to do. We are here to cook together in the kitchen, and again, I'm so grateful that you guys have joined us once again. If you're new, please let us know that you're here for the first time, and I'll remind you of our website, eatingwithcheferic.com, for lots of great information about travel and restaurant recommendations and my favorite ingredients and tools, and it goes on and on and on. Yes, Lynn?
Because you'll just keep on talking. And
I will.
I wanted to say
won't shut up.
A couple other hellos. You've got Michael Barcelou.
Mike Barcelou, my roommate from Johnson and Wales.
And you also have...
Who ate a salad the other day? What's up with that? Anyway.
You also have Chef Anthony Pinto.
Hey, Chef. My brother. We need to get together and cook and eat. All right. So here's what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make this dressing. Now, I made a batch of it right here, and it is really, really delicious. Can we see it? Oh, Lynn is going in with her finger. Looking for that balance of sweet and salty and good. I got the smile of approval. All right, so this is really easy to do.
You guys will love it.
Okay, we're gonna start out.
Yeah, it's got spice.
Mike tells me that Thai food needs to punch you in the mouth, punch you in the face when you eat it.
That just punched me in my mouth.
Doesn't really need to be spicy necessarily, but those flavors. Think about the strong flavors: fish sauce and lime juice, and this Num Prik Pao. It's all potent flavors, and bringing it down to a balance where it works. And they use a sugar. We use a palm sugar, which I'll show you also. It's a little less sweet than American refined sugar. All right, I'm going to start with 2 tablespoons of Num Prik Pao. And remember, this is chili, and there's a little bit of soybean oil in there. So we're going to start with that. Yep, 2 of these.
As soon as you open that, Chef, you can smell it.
Oh, right, it filled the room, right?
Yep.
This It's an amazing thing, and it's really a key ingredient in a lot of Thai dishes. My favorite Thai dish is Nam Prik Pao. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to put in, I'm going to go, you know, your lime juice is going to vary. So this recipe, you're going to have to change it as every time you make it because you got to taste. So I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of the lime juice because these limes were not as acidic as I wanted them to be. Okay, that's going to thin out our Nam Prik Pao. I'm going to just whisk that around, kind of break it down a little bit.
While you're stirring,
Yes.
Michael Gassell said, this is completely new to me, never tried, let alone make a dish. My eyes will be peeled tonight.
Nice.
And then Kevin McLeany said, hey, loving my Meeson knife.
Fantastic. All right, so here we've got a nice, it thinned out the Nam Prik Pao.
I'm going to walk into you.
All right, you want to zoom in? All right, so it
Better angle.
thinned out the Nam Prik Pao a little bit. Okay, the next thing that we're going to put in is this, palm sugar. This comes in this jar. Mike told me by this specific brand. What's cool is they cover it with wax on the top. And you got to break through the wax and then scrape this stuff off. I took the wax off and I kind of have my own little method because this will keep this a little bit supple instead of rock hard like a lot of other palm sugars. So what I did was I put a piece of plastic and laid it down on the surface. And then I poured a little water in the plastic to kind of weigh it down a little bit. So now I'm just going to pour the water out.
That's tricky.
And take the plastic off.
We also have Ephraim with us tonight.
Hey, Ephraim. All right. Now, this is what the palm sugar looks like. Again, it's a little less sweet than regular American sugar. So you really just got to scrape it out. Now, it comes in other forms. I bought these, what I'll call pucks. So these little pucks, and if you're cooking something that's hot, they're great because they'll just break down as it cooks. But this is something that's not going to be cooked, so I just wanted to get the softer stuff, break it up a little bit. All right, so I'm looking at about a tablespoon here. I'll probably have to add more. I'm going to. And again, we are going to taste and taste and taste until we get that balance. Okay, and the final ingredient in this dressing, no, not the final ingredient, because we got to add fish sauce. And it's funny, in Thai kitchens, they go by number of shakes. All right, so I'm going to go about 6 shakes because the bottle is full. So, you know, less will come out, you know. So when the bottle's empty, it'll come out a little faster. Unless I've got that backwards, Mike will let me know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will further thin out our dressing. Okay, so I've got a couple of pieces of the sugar in there. That'll break down. And then I'm going to add some of the Thai shallot. Just do a nice quick fine dice, as fine as I can go. I'm using my paring knife to go really thin. Taking my time. Nice thin layers. Okay. And I'm going to cut them across a little bit. And now I'm going to use my chef's knife because I can get it. And what I'm doing here is, if you can see.
I'm going to zoom in.
Yeah, zoom in. I'm flattening it down like so. And then I'm just going to go as fine as I possibly can. Using that rocking motion, using the shape of the Meeson blade. I love this knife. You know, if you want more info, it's on our website in the favorite tools, and there's a link there you can click on. If you want to go ahead and order it, it's definitely worth the $60. And it often goes on special, on sale, so you won't be sorry. Okay, nice and fine. We're going to add that right to our dressing. And again, we're going to taste, and if I want a little more of that shallot flavor, I'll add a little more. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Little spoon. I think it needs a little bit more sugar. And you know what? I encourage you guys to use ingredients that you may not be so familiar with. Do the research, find out about them, and it'll only help your cooking because, you know, I know how much regular sugar, American white sugar, to add, but it's an experiment now with this sugar because it is less sweet. So keeps it fresh for me.
And part of their research, could that be contacting you?
Of course, I am always available. Well, I'm available and I have a pretty quick response rate. Yeah, but I love to field culinary questions, so feel free to reach out through social media. I'll make sure I get your question answered. All right, so let's see. Nice, pungent, balanced. Gonna add another 2 shakes of fish sauce.
That was 3.
That was 3. And what's cool about this dressing, if I go too far with the fish sauce, I can counterbalance with the other ingredients until I get it just right. Until you taste it and you're like, wow, that's awesome.
Okay, your peanut gallery, Mark just said, and eventually you end up with a huge bowl.
No. I said I would end up with a huge bowl.
It's balanced now. I've got 3 gallons.
Here's the thing: if you start out with the 2 tablespoons of the Nam Prik Pao, you can use that as a starting point, and then, you know, and then go from there. I'm adding a little bit more shallot because I really like it. And again, this is a more refined flavor, so you'll add a different amount of the Asian shallot as you would a regular supermarket store-bought shallot. And if you can avoid buying the ones in that plastic packet, please do. They're just not as fresh. They've been holed up in that purgatory.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. This is a beautiful thing. And that's as simple as the dressing is. 4 ingredients. And when you mix this with the mint and the cilantro and the culantro and all the stuff, you're going to be happy as a lark.
Just
Promise.
The flavor is outstanding.
It really is good.
And
okay.
When you put the meat in it too, just absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Since we're talking about the herbs, I've got some here. So obviously this is cilantro, very readily available. I want you to seek out Asian markets in your area. I understand that not everybody has them, but their produce is so much better than what you get in your conventional supermarket, and it's cheaper. This is beautiful cilantro. It is much cleaner than cilantro that you buy in a regular supermarket. That's usually super sandy. This I had to rinse off, obviously, but it wasn't nearly as sandy. Plus, it has the stems. And sometimes it'll also have the roots, and the roots are really good flavor. So none of it goes to waste. And I keep them in a jar with the water.
And I'll say that like an Asian supermarket, not as pretty as a lot of the other markets.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the pricing and everything else, awesome.
Mint, beautiful mint. Again, I bought it at the Asian market. I think that it was like $2 and change for the bunch, right? Wow. Beautiful. Okay, this is a kind of new to me thing. This I went to the Mexican market. This is called culantro. It's also labeled racao, R-A-C-A-O, and it's almost a little bit of a cilantro and a little bit of a, it's hard to describe, a little bit of an arugula. but not spicy in that way. So I kind of peeled it off the stem, chopped it up. You'll see the big bowl of herbs that I have. And then this, I was in the Chinese market, and I had no idea what this was. I can't even remember the name of it, but Mike looked it up, and it actually came across as chrysanthemum leaves. So I buy all these weird things that I'm not familiar with, bring them home, and I taste them, and I say, okay, that'll work in the salad. If this was super bitter, I might not use it, but it's sweet, a little bit floral. It's pretty nice. So, and then I also bought some spinach. I threw in some fresh spinach in the bowl, all that. So that, my friends, is that for the dressing. Now, we're moving on. We are going to the sauce for the lettuce wraps. So we're going to mix it up in a bowl. And what we have here is 6 tablespoons, that's 3 ounces of the sweet Thai chili. It's going in. Okay. We have about a tablespoon and a half. I put in a little bit more because the limes are a little bit less acidic and powerful as I wanted them to be. So I'm going to add that in. This is 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro leaves. That's going in. Awesome. And I think a pinch of white sesame seeds. So just put a little bit in. That's good. A little more than a pinch. But not something that matters. I am going to reuse this whisk. I'm going to whisk it up. And this is going to go into our chicken. So this is the sauce. Now, I told you about all the other recipes for Thai chicken lettuce wraps. Most of them have other vegetables in it. You know, feel free, make it your own. I posted a quote from Jacques Pepin about what is a recipe. It's really just a guide. Make it the way you read it first, and then when you make it, you can make it adjust and add things and take things away and make it your own. So, you certainly could add, fine diced carrots to this. Other things that you might have to kind of bulk it up. But this authentic recipe, it's all meat and sauce. So that's what it is. All right, so we've got our sauce. We're going to head over to the stove now. The camera woman just ran away.
I was getting Sabrina wine. But
oh, okay. That's very important.
yes.
All right. Here we go.
Well, the worst thing
Now,
I'm forgetting stuff.
this is a very quick recipe, and it also is good for spring. We don't want to spend all our time in the kitchen in the spring, so we try and find those recipes that are a little lighter, a little healthier. Who amongst us couldn't eat a little healthier, me included? So that's what we're going to do. No more meat braises and and all that we had all winter long. The stews and the Wellingtons and we're going to go into a spring summer kind of aspect now. All right, excuse me. There we go. So here I have a wok. It's a wok pan. You certainly can use a regular saute pan for this. No problem. Let me see if I can move over to this one. Yeah, I think that'll be better. I think Lynn will appreciate that. All right, I'm going to put it on a nice medium heat. Thai cooking, unlike Chinese, is not super high wok cooking. This is a little bit more gentle. So that's what we're going to do. So once I got this pan a little bit warm, I'm going to add my oil. I am using, of course, avocado oil, high smoke point, really healthy. It's used exclusively at Bon Palais. That's the only oil that they use. It's worth the extra money. It doesn't leave food greasy, which is something that I learned cooking with Mike. And yeah, really awesome. It's a great oil. I'm using it a lot. They do sell it at Costco for a very reasonable price. So I'm heating it up, medium heat, and I'm going to add the oil, which I did already, and then we're going to start to saute the onions and the garlic until it's just slightly brown. I'm going to start the onions first because they can withstand the heat a little bit. I do not want my garlic to burn. All right, so I've got a red onion in there. It's a little more aromatic of a flavor than the stark regular Spanish or white onions. Look at that, honey. That's what you want to see. You just want to see nice little bubbles. No flames.
And Ephraim made a reference from earlier about the cilantro. He said culantro was like cilantro on steroids.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Thank you, Ephraim. And I'm glad I asked at the market because I said I didn't see culantro on the label. So I asked the guy, "You have culantro?" And he brought me right to the Racal. I think I could be butchering that name, but he said, yes, that is culantro. All right, so the onions have started nicely. I'm going to add garlic. And this is a fair amount of garlic. I am typical of, if a recipe calls for 3 cloves, maybe I'll add 5. This recipe called for 6 cloves. And I'm thinking, wait, that's enough. It's a lot.
So Paul Florio said, I dig that wok pan.
I've had it a long time.
And what is it made out of?
I think this is just a
Regular steel?
cheap steel, yeah. I may have bought this at the thrift store.
So,
Right.
so it was already old?
Yeah. So I see the onion edges are starting to get a little brown, so I'm just taking it off the fire. We want them to cook nice and gentle. We want them to get soft. You can smell the aromatics. Yes, dear.
When we cook Chinese food, we normally use the wok one.
Yeah, because you want super high heat. You want super high heat. So on the heat, off the heat, which is going to keep the temperature where I want it instead of adjusting the flame. So anyone that's cooking on electric, you got to get used to that. Oh, it's too hot, pull it off. Put it back on. You know, that's how I cook on electric too. So when I have to, and everybody has to once in a while. All right, so we've got them starting to brown, and now we go to our chicken. Pull it off. So again, I asked the butcher to please grind the dark meat, boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And he was gracious enough to do that. And I had to tell him to grind as much as he has to get me what I need for the recipe, and that was 1.5 pounds. So, and he was actually gracious enough. He only charged me for the 1.5 pounds.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's what happens when you have a relationship with your butcher. So in goes the the chicken. And that was fresh ground today. And we're going to let it start to break up, let it firm up a little bit. We're going to break it up as it goes. Turn the heat up a little bit now. Mix it with the onion and the garlic.
And you got this at your regular?
I got this at my local fresh market.
Oh.
Another one of my favorite places. It's like going into Disney World, fresh market. My friend Sook runs a tight ship over there. I've gotten to know Mare, who is in the produce department, and you know what? It makes shopping even that much more fun when you go in and you know the people. You know the people in your community, and it's really fun for me. You know, I'm getting to know the butcher now, so make those relationships. You know, bring your foodiness to the next level.
Yeah, Lisa Lobiondo.
Hi, Lisa.
Hello, what's cooking?
Here, making Thai chicken lettuce wraps. Authentic as possible. That is my phone.
And I don't know how to turn off your volume.
I'm going to turn it off right now. There we go. All right, so the chicken, we've all cooked ground chicken. We know it comes together really quickly. You know, you just want to get the red You want to make sure it's fully cooked. And of course I'm using a wooden spoon because that's the best tool for the job. Best tool to break up. You're making chili or you're making you know, tacos. Use that wooden spoon. Break up the meat. You can press it down, break it up, because we want this. We want this to be able to sit in the lettuce leaf. Turn the fire up just a little. Get things moving a little bit.
So, a question from Michael DeSalle. He said, is cast iron a no-no because it's an acidic type dish, or is cast iron okay?
Well, cast iron. I would be okay with that. Carbon steel, I wouldn't necessarily use the strong flavor. Oh, hello! Wow, you guys just did a backflip. I wouldn't use the acidic stuff in my carbon steel, but you know, the modern day cast iron, like I have a pre-seasoned Lodge, you could definitely do it in there. There's no coating to necessarily get affected. All right, this really smells good.
We didn't change out the lights, hon. Can you dim the lights?
Sure. That better? Ooh, that's better.
Yep.
That is much better.
Yeah, because everything was glowing white.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's do this too.
He's changing the settings on the camera.
There we go.
Yes.
Multitasking.
He is way more talented than I.
All right, so this is really coming along great. It's almost done.
Okay, this is such a great thing because we actually have our studio audience. They came in close just to watch.
Breathing down my neck. It's all good. That's what
awesome.
this is a participation kind of thing.
I always love it when you guys walk up here and just like check it out rather than sitting way back there. I know that you ran out of cheese, but
which was delicious, by the way.
We got cheese.
Yeah, you don't want to interrupt, but at the same time you want to watch what's going on.
oh, I love it.
All right. So this is doing really well. I want to break it up just a little bit more. Nice and fine. All right. So the color is out of the chicken. And I'm so happy I went with the dark meat here. So the breast meat, if you're using that, it will cook much quicker. And all right. Now I want to see if there's a lot of liquid in here. There is a little bit. I think I'm going to pour some of it off.
I've never cooked ground.
Never?
Never.
I'm going over to the sink.
No. Here's the stove.
There's fire.
There's fire.
You know what? I've never used that method. I've always struggled draining chocolate.
I wish I would have known that he was doing some method over there.
All right.
Because I would have shown it.
So basically I just took a platter and I held it up against it and I tipped it over instead of straining it. Because I want to leave a little bit in there. All right, so we've got our meat and it is looking really good. So the next thing we are going to add are the cashews. Now these again started out as raw cashews and I just put them in my oven, toasted them up nice and brown and toasty. This is a cup and about a quarter of whole cashews. Give one to the camera woman. We're going to throw that in there. Okay. I have more in the pantry.
Fresh cooked cashews. Fresh roasted cashews. Outstanding.
Okay, toss that around. The next thing that we're putting in is fish sauce. And that fish sauce. And this is that sweet black soy. Nice and sweet. I'm going to turn this down because there's a lot of sugar in this black soy. And we don't want that to burn. And you can see how viscous this is. And this has been sitting out. I keep it in my refrigerator. So when you go to dispense it from the refrigerator, it's super, super thick. All right? I'm going to rinse that off my hand because it's nasty. All right.
You're using your new spatula that you got with your Meeson pans.
That's right. And folks at Meeson sent me a spatula when I ordered my non-stick pans. All right, so we're going to mix this around. And this is almost done. I mean, this is as simple as this dish is. Not a lot of stuff in it. We want to mix it around. We want to make sure you got the fish sauce and the black soy. Really simple dish.
James Braytek was saying that he loves Fresh Market, and he was sorry to see that they're leaving Livingston.
Oh,
You should check with your guy.
I will check with my guy Andy. See what's up with that. We have one right here about 6 minutes, 8 minutes from the house. I love it. All right. That is that. Once this is all together, remember we've got onions, we've got garlic, we've got the cashews. I'm going to let that sauce caramelize just a little bit. We've got fish sauce. And at this point, you know what? You want to talk about make it your own. Add a little bit of lime juice. Or, you know, if I wanted it spicy, I might even add nonprick pal to this. But right now we're going verbatim. Cashews, chicken, fish sauce, little black soy. I'm going to taste it. And then I'm going to make a decision on adjusting flavors. Man, is that good. Sweet. Might add a little bit more fish sauce because I love fish sauce. 2 shakes. 1, 2. What the fish sauce is going to do, it's adding a depth of flavor. You know, it's kind of like when you use anchovies in a dish. There's a depth of flavor that you don't necessarily say, ooh, that's anchovies. That's the same thing with the fish sauce. In fact, it's made from anchovies.
One of the things I noticed is, from knowing you and watching you cook, is that you always talk about the layers of flavors.
Yep.
And I'd never noticed what layers of flavors meant before that. Where now it's like, oh, there's something missing. There's no such depth.
All right.
How do you go down to that next level?
That's going. How about, let me see this sauce. I'm going to read the directions now. Okay, so this apparently is a dipping sauce. Woo! You know, we say in my cooking club, read the effing recipe, because a lot of guys will, you know, not read the recipe, including myself. Read the recipe. All right, so this is done. I got a little bit of high heat on there, and it caramelized the sauce. And I am putting on cilantro right on top. I'm going to leave it in the pan because I want to put together the salad, and I want this to stay warm. So let's go back over to the cutting board, darling. Need that too.
Oh.
We're going to talk about this. This is a dipping sauce. Okay, let's look at this lettuce.
Oh, you changed the color.
Yeah, so just go this way.
Oh, there we go.
All right, so
It's weird looking.
we've got that big bowl of herbs. So this is a ton of mint, cilantro, culantro, the weird Chinese stuff. I don't know what else to call it. Some spinach. And basically what I did was I minced the mint and I minced the cilantro and put that in because Mike tells me you want that mint and cilantro in every single bite. So the best way to do it is to mince it. Then I've added some whole mint, some whole cilantro, the culantro, the other green, and some spinach. And I have this big bowl of random herbs, basically. All right, so I'm not going to dress the entire bowl. So I got a smaller bowl here, and we're going to, pardon my hands, and we're going to dress just enough for us to eat. Now this is a thick dressing. Now I am going to use a glove to mix the dressing. It's a mess. All right. Of course, my gloves are giving me a hard time. All right. Here's that beautiful balance. I'm going to drizzle this on. I'm going to introduce you to yet another great Thai ingredient that I never knew existed until I met Mike. I don't want to overdress, so I'm going to do about 2.5 tablespoons. And we're going to just mix the dressing around. And then we'll judge if we need to add more dressing, more herbs. It's a very powerful dressing, so you definitely don't want to add too much. Mix it around with my fingers. Beautiful. I think I'm going to add a little bit more. Another tablespoon maybe.
How do you know how much to add?
Well, I just know because I've had the dressing before and I've tasted this one, you know.
So is it
And I
more of
just-
a look?
And there were some of the leaves were dry.
Okay.
All right. Now, it's a little big piece of spinach. All right, so I'm going to plate this up on my little salad plate. Right here. Definitely going to need to mix more because you guys are going to love this. And so there's the salad. And on top of it, we're going to add this. This is Thai roasted rice powder. So it's basically rice. It's roasted, and then it's ground into a powder. And that's what we're going to finish
Do you buy it that way?
salad with. Yep, I bought it this way. Just a little bit on top. It adds another textural element to it and a little bit of a nutty flavor. And that, my friends, is that.
Salad is done.
That salad is done. I'm going to plate up one of the lettuce wraps. Now, what kind of lettuce to use?
Before you move on,
Yes, dear.
Michael Gassell, would this dish still be outstanding without the mint? He's just curious.
The salad, I am told mint and cilantro are the key elements of the salad. So you certainly can make an herb salad. You can certainly make it with this dressing, but you most certainly couldn't call it nam tok.
Right.
You can call it Thai salad.
What if you wanted to call it nam tok?
You can call it whatever you want. You can definitely call it whatever you want.
Police would arrest you.
Yes.
Yes.
You may not ever.
Mike's wife, Palais, may come and find you, but that's okay. All right, so here we have the beautiful filling for our lettuce wraps.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Gorgeous, beautifully warm. And the proper lettuce. I am partial to bib lettuce.
Yay.
Boston bib, they call it. Sometimes it's hard to find. I actually saw some beautiful ones in the Mexican market today. I had bought this. I bought this at Fresh Market. It comes in a clamshell package. And real simple, we're just going to take some of the filling, the cashews, and the chicken. Not going to overstuff. All right, maybe we are. Okay. This is going to get wrapped up like so. Okay. I'm going to dip it in my dipping sauce, and we're going in. Here we go. I sure hate to do this to you guys.
No, you don't.
Mmm.
Any good?
Mm-hmm. You get that power right away from the dressing, from this dipping sauce, and then the subtle sweet and the background of the fish sauce in the meat. It's an awesome vehicle, and you get the hit of cilantro. And what I like to do is keep these like ice cold, so you get that heat and cold element too. So that like when you have good sushi, you got the warm rice, you got the cold fish. It's This is an amazing, phenomenal meal. Very healthy for you. It's chicken. The only oil I used was to cook the chicken. Other than that, there's no oil in it. A ton of different flavors. Lots of greens and herbs. So this is a great meal for springtime, summertime, with a bunch of people to sit around and everyone wraps, their own and have a good time. So that being said, I'm not going to eat another bite until we eat with our guests. So I want to again express my gratitude to you for joining us on this great episode of Cooking in the Grateful Chef Kitchen with Eric Eisenbud. I would be remiss if we didn't take our hats off to Lynn, our camera woman, the producer, and the wind beneath my wings, and our great studio audience, and you guys for asking good questions and joining us each and every week. Don't forget, next week we're going to be doing that Fossil Farms bison skirt steak fajitas. That should be really fun.
So excited.
And check out our website, eatingwithcheferic.com. And what else is coming down the pike? Ooh, I know what's coming down the pike. I will be hopefully broadcasting to you live in a few weeks from the most amazing barbecue competition on the planet. That's Memphis in May. I am joining the Boars Night Out group, and they've asked me to come and help. And we're going to be doing whole hog on Friday or Saturday, so it's probably not going to be on a Wednesday, but man, look out for that. There's going to be a ton of pictures. I'm going to try and do a lot of coverage of the whole thing for you guys, see what it's all about. I'm real excited to be part of a competition barbecue team, an award-winning competition barbecue team. Boars Night Out, check out their website and see what they've been doing. Yes.
A couple questions just came in.
Okay.
We've got John Lakritz. Sorry, John. I always enjoy-
Lakritz?
Yes.
John Lakritz. Hey, buddy.
He said, I always enjoy watching your show.
Thank you, man.
Bratek, is there a technique to keep the lettuce wrapped and not unwrapped itself?
What is the technique?
Yep.
You want to roll it kind of like an egg roll if you can. So I put it in the middle, roll the bottom up, tuck in the sides, and then keep rolling. If you don't close it all the way, not really a big deal. You just grab a fork and eat what falls on the plate, So
you also have Michael Trainer saying, hey, looking great.
This is good, Mike. Thank you for your guidance, my man. I'm talking with my mouth full.
Michael is the Mike of Bon Filet.
So while we're here, let's try the nom tok. I know I'm pronouncing it right. So, again, lots of herbs, rice powder, and this should be a pow in your mouth if I did it right.
That's gotta be a pow.
It's the balance, the sweet, salty. I think I nailed it, Mike. I don't know if Poulet would think so, and you got that little crunchiness from the rice powder, toasted rice powder. It's awesome. So, please, try to make this meal. I'm going to have the Thai lettuce wrap recipe on our website. I'll see if I can make the dressing recipe. Shouldn't be too difficult. But try it. If you have questions about it, reach out to me. Ask me more questions. And stay tuned for all those great, exciting things happening. And I want to bid you to be well, be kind, eat well, and we will see you next week on Cooking in the Grateful Chef Kitchen with me, Chef Eric. Peace out, guys.